So again, welcome, and let's start. And the anxiety or any stress, doesn't matter how we call it, always has to do with the mind leading the present moment, and beyond that is moving into present and the presence, and then we are fine, basically. But that movement between mind, which is a nervous system agitation, and presence that leads us to complete unity, that spectrum between something and nothing can take time. Because to calm an agitated nervous system is not always so easy. And because our nervous system is so attached to the mind, so when the mind is agitated, the nervous system gets agitated, the breathing becomes faster, and then the energy moves faster. So we have like a competition between mind that moves fast and the body that can relax and go into presence. So let's connect. Let's first connect and see how we're doing right now. Paying attention inwards. And it doesn't matter if we call what we're feeling anxiety or any other name. It's very important that we pay attention how is our nervous system is doing. We can call it nervous system, we can call it nervousness, we can call it energy imbalance. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we know what to focus on. And also what matters is that we know that when we focus on something, we're calling it to soften without pushing it to soften, just by being with it, just by looking at it, just by giving it space in a way to be. So let's check inwards and let's see how we're doing right now. And whatever jumps to the front of your awareness, that's great. Can be physical, can be emotional, can be breathing, can be energy, or even sensation that coming from outside. Whatever comes, it's great. Just pay attention to it. Doesn't matter what it is. And as we're paying attention to whatever came up for us, let's immediately acknowledge that awareness is not limited from the head to the object, to the area where it is uncomfortable. And that's really the start of the big shift. Yeah. When we realize that awareness that allows me to pay attention to tension doesn't have to be only from the head into the object, can be also connected, should be also connected to the whole creation. And that's the shift. The reason why our nervous system is charged is because we disconnected, always like this. Because that mind lost connection with its source and operating as a separate entity. So really, in order to go beyond tension, we have to reconnect that mind, that awareness, that naturally it is one with all there is, to allow it, to invite it to re-establish that link. Awareness follows mind. Awareness doesn't have its own agenda at all. It's a possibility. Awareness follows mind, always. So when the mind acknowledging outside the body, inside the body in the same time, that's what you will be aware of, straightforward like this. And because that outside, inside in the same time is the way really things should operate all the time, it'll start to bring peace into your system. So let's dedicate time exactly to that, acknowledging the tension, whatever or wherever you notice it, and in the same time acknowledging the infinite space in the whole creation in the same time. Let your mind be infinite. That's how it's meant to be. That's its nature. It's infinite mind. Because we are ego defaulted, always we connecting to life through the ego. So even now when we're connecting outside and inside, there's a sense that there is outside and there is inside. But the truth is there is no outside and inside. It's just kind of a step for the mind to kind of rearrange. But the next step is that everything is. Outside, inside is one thing. The whole creation is one thing. Universe, one thing. When you're acknowledging this unity, even if your nervous system is still charged, even if emotionally maybe you don't feel well, even if physically maybe you don't feel well or energetically, just the fact that you acknowledge the truth, starting to invite everything to harmony. So really most important of this work is to acknowledge the truth, not to do this or to shift that or to do kind of gymnastics of spirituality. Just to acknowledge being and acknowledge that your human being or human system is part of that infinite being which you are and everything is. When you're acknowledging that, everything starts to harmonize on its own. Let's take time for that. So if you want to be more specific in this harmonization process that takes place, you can harmonize specific part of your human organism with infinity. Because tension normally is lodged in different centers more than other places in the body. For example, if we continue to acknowledge our infinity and we invite infinity and our heart center, our heart chakra, to synchronize, well, normally this helps to harmonize deeper and deeper our nervous system and brings a deeper sense of peace. So remember that you are infinity, and you're calling that heart center of yours to synchronize with infinity. This could be a bit mind-blowing, because the mind really like to identify. I'm this, I'm that. But really, there is no need to hold identity here. Being is not personal. Allow the heart chakra to really synchronize and melt any leftover tension into the infinite space which you and all is. Yeah, like concentric waves are expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding into the whole creation. This is magical to see how much effect the heart center has on the nervous system. Really magical. Let's take another major energy center that also have very strong effect. Is the second chakra, the sacral chakra below the navel. And we're repeating the same, acknowledging infinity am I. I am the whole creation. And calling that second chakra of yours to synchronize, to expand in a concentric way into the whole creation. Anything, any aspect of yours is infinite. It can be a chakra, it can be a cell, it can be an atom. Because everything in you is made from the same material of the whole creation. And everything in you is craving to be constantly in connection with Source, while operating in its uniqueness. Then let's take another powerful energy center. The solar plexus also holds a lot of nervousness as we're functioning through the day, through our life. Keep that infinite being. Keep that sense that I am all there is. That your true being, your true body, let's say, is boundless, is infinite. That's you. And you is all. And into that allness, invite the solar plexus to concentrically expand and expand and expand. So it will harmonize completely with Source, with pure consciousness. If a thought runs somewhere else, just bring it back to acknowledge that infinite being. Wonderful. Now, let's say harmonize in a more subtle way. Because we are all there is, also the tension that we're holding is also everywhere in the whole creation. The way we can connect to that is to acknowledge that you are the whole creation, but in the same time, as that infinite being, to recognize the tension in you in the same time. Yin and yang, nothing and something. Okay, so we're not looking in a specific part of your body or your energy system. We are now looking at infinite tension that your system manifests in the whole creation. And we're using the same technique of harmonization between the nothing, which you are, and the something, which you are as well. Let's take time for that. Wonderful. Last step, which is actually, I would say, the most important, but everything else that we did until now leads to that, is to drop the mind completely. As I said earlier, awareness always follows the mind. But when the mind stops moving, awareness stays. It just doesn't move anymore, but it stays because awareness is the whole creation. It doesn't go anywhere, ever. And this is where the real magic is. So just allow your mind to be dropped. It helps us a lot until now to harmonize, to balance, to calm. Now we don't need its movement anymore. So we drop the energy that sustains the mind. That energy comes from the lower part of the body and rising up to give power to thinking. So if we want to drop it, we need to soften our forehead, to soften our eyes, to soften our face, and to drop that energy in a way not exactly down from the front, but a little bit backwards. So when the eyes soften completely and the face, then the mind stops moving. And then we just being. It's always a matter of some time that our nervous system sinks more and more and more into harmony, and the mind completely stop moving. Then it goes even deeper and deeper until there is a sense of being beyond time, space, life, death. Now, to strengthen this process of unity with all there is, we can utilize the fact that we are here practicing together, a group of people, of light beings. And without losing that sense of unity with all there is, we can still acknowledge the unity between us. That we are here together sharing a space that we recognize with our mind, with our hearts, and we can feel the presence of each other. If you allow yourself, you can feel it. And because we are united right now, we can support each other just by being that infinite being, pure consciousness, and supporting those of us that maybe find it more difficult right now to connect to this pure energy. So, like we give hand to each other, so we can all rise into pure light. And into that unity that we are experiencing with each other and with all there is, let's invite anyone who we feel can use support right now, or anyone who we want to give that present of this pure, sacred space of being. Just invite them to share this space with us. Like you brought your solar plexus, like you brought the infinite vibration around you, you can bring another person. It's the same, exactly the same. And they will be benefited from this work. Wonderful. This practice we did until now is in a way like going to the gym. It's a training for our nervous system. It's training for our mind to be very clear about the possibility of being as part of our existence. As much as you practice, you can become that, not only practice for that, but become that. It'll be part of your life more and more and more. So thank you very much for joining, and have a beautiful, beautiful life. Okay. Bye-bye.